Hi there, welcome to 3 Minutes with Jay. Jay Bala, our portfolio manager at AIP Asset Management in Toronto. And Jay, I want to first acknowledge you and thank you for your contribution to the United Nations and their move towards sustainable development goals. AIP was just recognized on two fronts, Goal 9 being industry, innovation, and infrastructure, and Goal 12, responsible consumption and production. And maybe you could just speak to what that means for you guys and how you got this recognition.
Thank you so much. Look, we're honored to get the award. It's been we've been working hard at it for some time now, and it's always nice to be recognized for it. It's something that's been very much with the philosophy and the business practices of AIP. From the get-go, our initial idea was to sort of bring institutional level investing down to the retail level. The UN talks about sort of eradicating poverty and sort of building out a sustainable structure going forward for all businesses, for the country, for the planet. We think it fits well with sort of the initial idea of how we created AIP. We're sort of helping to move things down to sort of the retail level, or I think we are providing a valuable service to the middle class, which in some ways they've had their wealth eradicated over the past 10, 15 years because there has been no real middle class growth in income, right? We fundamentally believe in the philosophy that, every business needs to marry the idea that not only are we in it for the profit, but we are also accountable to the planet and to the country we live in. We must find a realistic solution, understand that there's 6-7 billion people on the planet, and we share this planet with everyone, and it is in our best benefits to ensure that we grow in a sustainable fashion that helps everyone.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Jay. And so I'll just take that into some other terminology in that what most people don't know is the type of investment management that you do, especially with the hedge fund, is typically unavailable unless you're a high net worth investor. And one of the goals of AIP was to allow that same type of strategy to be available to just the regular guy on the street, that they would have the ability to partake in the same types of returns and investments that the high net worth would do. And then also, I know just from working with you, we have a strategy together that calls for a social responsible investment mandate. And something you touched on earlier, and maybe you could just speak to it again, that you don't have to give up returns in order to be responsible.
I think there is a myth out there that, if you invest ethically or if you invest in socially responsible funds, you're going to have a lower rate of return. And if you look at the hedge fund's performance, it's been north of sort of 40% for the last, 3 years running. And by doing the right thing, you can actually probably even generate more value. Sustainable development is the right thing to do, right? There's sort of two ways to do a mining company. One is to go strip mine the place and rip the place apart and poison the water supplies. The other one is to say, look, we're going to mine. We understand, these materials are required by mankind, but we're going to do it in a responsible fashion that allows us to make good profits and to continue to grow, right?
Yeah, I really do believe it's people and planet before profits, and you can have very good profits while still looking after the people and the planet.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll talk next week.